Second leg of the TCCCup saw Emmydinho host Remo U19 at the Agege Stadium. A first leg that had ended 5-0 in favour of the visitors was definitely a precursor to a second leg that left Emmydinho facing a gargantuan task. It meant they had to go for the jugular from the go. However, they were already on the back foot from the go when a beautiful threaded pass found Isaac Ajibolade at the head of the box, who fired it into the bottom corner. It was barely 2 minutes in and Remo's U19 were in the lead already as they took the aggregate score to 6-0. It meant Emmydinho had to score 7 to have any chance of progressing, and one thing was sure, one thing was guaranteed: there was to be no extra time or penalties. Emmydinho realised the task at hand, and to score 7 was definitely not going to be easy. However, they won the back foot, and it could have been 7-0 on aggregate and a 7th heaven for Remo's U19 had the chance gone into the back of the net. Emmydinho would take time to get going. When they eventually did, it was in fits and misses as they continued to create opportunities that would not be well converted. Good workings out to the edge of the D would end up with a header in the box, but they met a staunch Remo defence, who were desperate to keep a clean sheet for the second leg. It was not what they expected. Emmydinho were looking to pounce on perhaps what would be the frailty of Remo's U19 teams. However, Remo were definitely not looking slacking, and they were playing the fixture as though they were still 1-0 up, as they saw what would be a second goal and a 7th over the 2 legs. Coach Ajibola had gotten his message across about his side not slacking, and they were definitely not doing that, with opportunities coming their way and they staying very tight at the back. 1-0 was definitely one advantage that they were very desperate to hold on to tight, and with the opportunities coming after a free kick that went for a corner, it meant that they had to slow things down, and Remo would finish the first half 1-0 ahead and 6-0 on aggregate. It was definitely a serious punishment for Emmydinho. Emmydinho were creating few chances themselves, and after getting the opportunity to level things up, they were not taking them, with a 1v1 opportunity with the goalkeeper going a-begging. They were soon to be rescued by the referee's whistle, who pointed to the spot. Okparauchi would step up and it would coolly convert after a run from almost half the field to make it 1-1. Emmydinho had taken the deficit back to 5, but they now had to score 6 more to have any opportunities of progressing. It meant they had a long second half ahead, and to score 6 goals, it meant they had to go for the jugular and attack. However, they were not doing it so well, with the opportunities coming and being in few and far between measures as well. Whatever Coach Ajibola was screaming on the sideline was getting to his boys, and soon they would have an opportunity of their own from the penalty spot, as the coach sought perfection from his team. The penalty would be missed. The penalty was definitely not to have any impact in the game, and despite Emmydinho pulling one back, they were not in any stage and at any point to secure anything from this game, even a victory that would have seen them take pride home. Remo were staunch defensively and looked to see out the die, with an eye on the semi-final already. Emmydinho, perhaps knowing and sensing that the time in the competition was over, were no longer the side that played with verve and pizzazz, and it was perhaps why the golfing class was much different. It was on display. It was no coincidence that the scoreline would reflect their positions on the table, with Emmydinho themselves looking to pay attention back into league duties as they sought to hold themselves off the foot of the table. For Remo, it was a case of soldiering on as they sought what could be a potential double in the TCC League and Cup.